Hey everybody, it's me, Stacy, here at Scrapbooking Made Simple with another YouTube mini class for you today. Now today is YouTube number 69. So number 69 is what we're on, and it is a busy day here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. We are actually closed for today. It's Friday, May 3rd. Tomorrow is National Scrapbooking Day here at the store, so we are closed today to get everything ready. Oh, all hands on deck is what I call it, and everybody's coming in. We've got so many doorbusters and so many free gifts and raffles, and the store is on sale. So if you are local anywhere in Southern California, drive on up tomorrow, May 4th, to Scrapbooking Made Simple and come and have a great day with us. We have cake. Yum. Now, if you're an online shopper, the sale actually goes tonight for you, tonight at midnight, all the way through Sunday. So if you're an online shopper anywhere else besides Southern California, or you just can't make it into the store, you get the benefit of shopping online for 2 days, all day Saturday and all day Sunday. Now keep in mind, some of the doorbusters we have are very limited, so if for some reason it shows as a back order on your order, we're going to do our very, very best to fill it. But we've got flowers and we've got paper packs, and there's just so much. And there will be a category just for doorbusters, so you can click on that and see all the doorbusters that we have going on, okay? And Susan's Garden, the dies that we're going to be promoting, we have a free make and take tomorrow. Those dies are going to be 30% off, and those will be up on the site hopefully later on today, so you can start looking at them. But yay for National Scrapbooking Day! Now, one of the things we do here at the store, and we have always done it, is give a free gift to everybody who comes into our store, regardless if they make a purchase or not. We do that for National Scrapbook Day, we do that for our anniversary sale, we do that for Black Friday, Black Saturday sale. And people ask, well, why don't you just do it for the first 40 or the first 50 or the first 100? And the reason is simple. I wasn't brought up that way. Blame my parents. You know, I come from pretty humble background. My dad was an insurance salesman, and my mom worked at night after us kids went to bed, and she was what was called a key punch operator. And this is before computers were anything. She used to get these manila sheets of paper that had little punches in them, and they were from the phone company, I think Pac Bell, when Pac Bell was still Pac Bell or Ma Bell. And she had this computer that had these wheels of tape on them, almost like an 8-track tape looking stuff or film tape. And she would sit there and she would punch in the data from these little manila cards onto what was then a computer. So my mom was a key punch operator and my dad was an insurance salesman, and we certainly were, we didn't want for anything, but we also didn't come from privilege. And so I always had home birthday parties, and Mom would bake the cake and we would play Simon Says and pin the tail on the donkey. And the thing I remember most is that my mom said, you invite everybody. If one person comes, everybody comes. And if the best we can do is serve them cake and ice cream, everybody will have cake and ice cream. And when I had children and we did home birthday parties, we didn't do the Chuck E. Cheese thing or whatever. We had home birthday parties where we played Simon Says, and we actually played Pin the Coin on the Jack Sparrow. It evolved a little bit. But we had home birthday parties. My kids have always had a home birthday party. And the rule was, if you invited one, you invite them all. So if that means all 30 kids in your class, they all get an invitation. And that's how I feel about the free gifts here. If we do it for one, we do it for all. So everybody, regardless of how much you spend when you visit our store, if you come on those dates, you get a free gift. Now for online, it's a little different. Of course, I can't do it for everybody online because there'd be no way. So you do have to place an order online, but it doesn't have to be an order of $50 or more. It doesn't have to be an order of $25 or more. Any order online, even if it's $1.99, you still get the free gift. And this year, I love our free gift. Now everybody's is going to be a little bit different because we've got things in a whole bunch of different colors, but everybody this year is going to receive flowers from Jelly Bean Soup. These are like felt and button. You are going to receive a chipboard pack of alphabets, and you are going to receive a 6x6 paper pad. Now, some of the paper pads will be from Jelly Bean Soup. Some of them will be from Simple Stories. But it's about a $13 retail value, maybe a little bit more. And that is our way of saying thank you. And it's my homage to my parents for the way they raised me. If you do for one, you do for all. And if the best you can do is cake and ice cream, nobody feels left out. Everybody gets cake and ice cream. So everybody gets the free gift. And that explains how it came about. That was my parents, and they instilled that in me, that nobody should be left behind or made to feel left out or so. I carry that with me, and hopefully my children will carry that with them when they have home birthday parties with their kids. Gosh, I hope they still do home birthday parties then. My boys are just, one just turned 12 and one's turning 11. But they've always had home birthday parties with the cake and the and the games. A little hokey, I know now. But, and they always look at me like, Mom, really? It's like, oh, yes, yes. I can't wait to do the little goodie bags. But I hope one day they look back at it as fondly as I look back at what my parents did for me. Okay, on with today's make and take, because there's a lot. Or not make and take, YouTube mini class. We have got in Elsa's new dies. Yay! There's 20 new dies from what I can count, and these are all by Elizabeth Craft Design. So those of you who know, I went down to McDonald's, we met, I took a friend with me, Gail D. Hi, Gail D. And we went to McDonald's. This was her first time going to McDonald's with me. We opened our trunks and swapped product, and I brought back all of her new dies. Now, I have the samples. The dies won't actually be here until Wednesday or Thursday, but they are going to be on sale for the National Scrapbook Day event. And if you do a buy it all, they'll even be at a bigger price, a bigger discount. So we are gonna work with those today. I have got gold leafing for you. I have got perfect pearl for you. We've got a bunch of, winners. Oops, sorry about that, guys. We have winners from YouTube number 66, because 67 was a tour of the store, so we kind of skipped that one. Okay, winner, chicken dinner. These people, congratulations. You are going to win some Ruby Rocket pre-embossed cards and some Tim Holtz paints. Yay for you. The first one I've got is Jen Johnson. Yay, Jen Johnson. And we had over 500 comments, so I picked 3 winners. Because 500 comments, wow! So I picked 3 winners. So the next winner is Kim Waller. Kim, you're a winner. Yay! Last person is Betty Ensign? E-N-S-I-G-N. You're a winner. Yay! Now, do me a favor. Call the store. Ask for Naomi. She's gonna kill me when she sees this. Oh my gosh, she's gonna absolutely harm me. If you don't see me, it's because Naomi took me out. Call Naomi. She's gonna have the blue slips. She's gonna fill them out. 661-298-1112 and tell her I am a winner. And it's a reference YouTube number 66, because that's what we have on the top, number 66. And she will get all of your information for Jen Johnson, for Kim Waller, and for Betty Ensign. Ensign. You'll get me. You go. You know who you are. Right there, Betty. That's you. So if for some reason you're out of the country, you can send an email. The email address is asksms@earthlink.net. So you can send an email, but the fastest, quickest way is to call in, and then just as soon as we're able to, the girls will ship them out. So congratulations, girls. Yay, you're a winner, chicken dinner, woohoo. Okay, back to Elsa's dies. Let me put that out of the way. Back to Elsa's dies. We've got all 20 dies. Here, I've got samples. I've got so many samples. Els made samples, we made samples, but I've got some techniques that I don't know if you've ever seen before, so we're gonna do them today. So I'm gonna tilt on down and we're gonna get started for today, okay? Bye. All right, yay, how's that? And that's pretty good for me. Work for me? Okay, good. All right, so like I was saying, we have Elsa's dies. Now they come this way where they're connected. And Els, you're just now seeing that we've disconnected your dies, or unconnected them, and I hope that's okay. Sorry, love you. We just took them and broke them in half, because they're just connected by a little. We just took them and broke them in half, and for us, the girls needed to do some stuff, and it was easier to die cut. You can leave them together like this if you want. It's however you want, but you can absolutely take them apart. And that's true with any wafer die. If they come connected, you don't have to leave them connected. Just give it a little bend. That little piece of metal is going to break right off into two. It doesn't harm the die at all. Okay? So today we're going to be doing that. We're going to be playing with those dies. I have got from US Art Quest. This is a different type of leafing. It's Gild and Glitz is what I think they called it. Let's see. We've had it for, yeah, Gild and Glitz. It's actually sold in a different package now. It's sold in a box, a little pillow box. So Gild and Glitz. And then we have copper. There's about 6 or 7 different colors, but we're going to play with those today. We're also going to play with Perfect Pearl today. And for those of you who don't know, Ranger makes a product called Perfect Pearl. It is a powder. You can use it wet, you can use it dry, you use it with an embossing medium like a Versamark, and then you just wipe it on over and it gives a beautiful effect. But I'm going to do something with it with some double sticker, some double, or the sheets, the Scrapbooking tape, but we're going to use Elsa's today because she sells hers in sheets versus the rolls. So we've got that to play with, some Copic markers, and we're going to make some absolute lovelies today. Isn't that yummy? Okay, so let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a die, and I'm going to work with the koi fish. Now, Elsa's dies are wafer dies, so they're wafer thin. See how that is? And they have a little holes in them, so you can pop your little die out, your little piece once you've cut it. Wafer dies, all wafer dies are the same when you're using your Sizzix Big Shot. Whether it's a memory box or a My Favorite Things or a Cherry Lynn or Elizabeth Craft, a Spellbinder. I'm looking around to see who else we've got. Diversions, Dynamics. Those are all wafer dies, and you're going to use them all the same when you're using your Sizzix Big Shot machine. Now I am going to grab some of Elsa's double-sided sticker sheets. Now she sells hers in, let's see where I put them. She sells hers in sheets. They come in a 6x6 sheet, and you get 5 sheets for $5.25. She sells them in an 8.5 by 11 sheet. Again, you get 5 sheets, and these are $10.95. And she sells them in the same size as a shimmer sheet. So you could put this a shimmer sheet straight on this and die cut out. And this is a 5 by 12. So these are sheets that we're gonna use today. But if you have the Scrapbooking tape in either the 5 or the 6-inch roll, you can see we have them both in stock. You can use this as well. If you're going to be doing this often, I recommend getting the Scrapbooking tape because it goes a lot farther. But if you're not sure and you just want to start out trying, then I recommend you go ahead and you get the Elizabeth Crafts Designs adhesive sheets because the investment is low and you get plenty to play with to see if you like it. And then if you do, you can either buy the sheets again or you can get into the Scrapbooking tape, the larger rolls. So we're going to be using her double stick sheets today, and I am going to pull up my Big Shot because the Big Shot is the die cutting machine of choice here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. And I'm going to put it right here. Now with the Big Shot, we've got the multi-purpose platform. Hopefully you have a newer Big Shot and it came with this multi-purpose platform. You're going to need this to run any wafer die through. And the easiest way to do it is to keep the platform completely closed because what you're working with is a wafer die. Remember, wafer die means uber thin. So you've got a wafer die here, and right there on the platform, it will say wafer die. Now everything you do in a Big Shot gets sandwiched in between 2 things. So I've got my clear plate on the bottom that says do not cut. Remember, you'd want to put that on your plate so you have a nice smooth surface. Your top plate might get a little warped and a little cut into, and you can flip it around if you want to keep the warpage down, but as it gets cut into, it gets harder to see. Now we use this top plate until it literally cracks in half, but you'd like to have the bottom plate nice and smooth so it can go right through your machine easy peasy. Next thing I'm going to do is pick up the die, the Elizabeth Craft die, and I'm going to put it right on my multi-purpose platform and right on my clear plate. Now the ridges are face up. See the ridges? There's no ridges here, it's completely flat. The ridges are what is facing you because that's what's gonna cut the paper or whatever it is you're cutting, your fun foam or your paper or your adhesive sheets. If I put the tape against the edge that has nothing, it's not gonna cut anything. You can roll it through, but you're gonna go, why didn't it cut anything? Ridge side up. Then I'm going to take my adhesive tape from Elizabeth Craft. And I wanna tell you, when you use this, the first thing I do is I take off the back to expose the sticky, and I put a piece of cardstock right over the top of it, and then I use that to cut. So I take off this back piece, which is the sticky, this piece here, expose all of it, and then I put a piece of cardstock because you have to back this with something. You have to back it with some sort of a paper. Same with the Scrapbooking tape. If you're using your Scrapbooking tape, the minute you unroll it, the minute you start to unroll it, you need to back it against something because it's sticky. So you back it immediately to some kind of cardstock. And it doesn't have to be your best cardstock. I wouldn't use expensive cardstock at all, but that's me. So that's what I've done. I've taken some of her adhesive and I've backed it onto some American Craft cardstock. I'm going to put the shiny side, not the cardstock side, the tape side against my die. Put on my second clear plate. So my sandwich is multi-purpose platform completely closed, die with the ridge face up, adhesive tape with the tape side against the die, and then another clear plate, and I'm gonna send it on through. Now for those of you who don't know, there's a little, like, I put my hand underneath here and there's like a little handhold, and I just put my little hand underneath there and I push this through with my palm, and once it starts turning, then I know that the machine has got it and I'm good to go. And here we go. All cut out for me. All out of adhesive tape. There is my little fish. Now a lot of her dies this time, ooh, wonder what I did there. A lot of her dies this time have come with a shadow or a bottom, a silhouette, and a top piece. Let me move that out of my way real quick. And a top piece. So for a lot of her dies, you get both the shadow or the silhouette and the top piece that has all the cutouts. So here is a top piece to the fish. So there's a top piece to the fish. And we're gonna put that on shortly. So I've cut my die out, and I think what we're gonna start with is our perfect pearls. So I've got some perfect pearl here. First thing I wanna tell you about perfect pearl is be careful how you open it. Sometimes they put the perfect pearl logo on the top, and sometimes they put it on the bottom. You have to look and see where your lid is. I can't tell you how many times I've seen the perfect pearl logo on the bottom thinking it was the top, and I've opened it up backwards and upside down and it's spilled everywhere. So just be careful when you're opening your perfect pearls that you make sure you're opening the top and you're not doing it upside down, because I have done that. Some of them come with the logo on the top, some of it comes with the logo on the bottom, okay? Just be careful. So I'm gonna open my perfect pearl, and this is a Ranger product. Tim Holtz uses this a lot. And I've got a couple colors. Now the nice thing about perfect pearl is you can use it wet or you can use it dry. So if I wanted to, I could take a paintbrush and I could put a little water here on my craft mat, put a little bit of perfect pearl in some water, blend it together, and I could paint with it. But I'm gonna use it dry, and the reason I'm gonna use it dry is because this is a double stick sticker right now. So when I pull off this top piece here, it's going to expose the sticker. Okay, so I have a sticker right now. That's gonna be tacky right there. I'm gonna take the perfect pearl and I'm gonna put it straight to my sticker. Now I could glitter this, I could foil this. We could use the polished silk glitter on this, but sometimes you don't want a glitter effect. Sometimes you want something a little bit more muted, a little bit more matte looking, but you want a metallic effect. This is where Perfect Pearl comes in, and it's fabulous. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my paintbrush, and mind you, it's dry. I'm not using it wet. And I'm just kind of gonna put it on there. Not so pretty. Get a little bit of my green, a little bit more. And it's not about making it pretty. It's about just getting some of that color on. Maybe a little bit more of my blue. So I've got it there. Now I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna rub it around. And I'm gonna give this koi fish a metallic look to it without it being glittery. And because this is a double stick sticker, that the Perfect Pearl just adheres to it beautifully. See the metallic? And it's dry. It's not a wet product, so there's no waiting for it to dry. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of my orange and I'm gonna do my tails. Just a little bit of the powder. A little goes a long way. And again, give it a rub. Maybe put a little more orange up here so it looks like it's blended in. And he is done. Now that looks okay. That looks okay. I mean, it's kind of a weird looking fish. You can tell it's a koi fish, but to really cap it off, to really make the difference, you then need to take the second die that it comes with here. And you need to cut this out of black paper or the black velvet. Oh yes, the black velvet. This is a sticker sheet from Elizabeth Crafts. It is velvet paper and it's gorgeous. We have already cut it out of black velvet. We've taken the sticker sheet off the back so it's sticky right now, and you just line it right up. And this is where the aha moment comes. So I didn't use anything wet. I didn't get liquid everywhere. I didn't mist everywhere. I am the world's worst at lining these things up. I just put my Perfect Pearl and there. Now that finishes it off. Now you've got this iridescent, metallic-y koi fish, and you were able to control the colors and where you wanted them and what colors you wanted to put. You could take it and you could mist it. You could use your fireworks or your different sprays and mists to do, but I like having the control of where I put the color. And the Perfect Pearls is ideal for this. We've used Perfect Pearls with the DIY thickers, which is also a double-sided sticker to color those. And you get this wonderful, wonderful metallic look without actually glittering or stamping or using an ink, and it's dry immediately. It's dry to the touch because you used a powder. The Perfect Pearls are awesome this way. They really are. And I want to say there's 36 colors, and they just make things so easy. Now, I could take another one. Here I have another fish, and I could pick up some of this other stuff because you hate for it to go to waste. But for time purposes, I'm not going to, but I wouldn't waste that. I would get another, I would die cut another fish or another something and use that. Remember, put the caps back on. Important. Paintbrush, that's all you need. Something to get that Perfect Pearl right to it. Let's do a flower real quick. Let's do a flower real quick with the Perfect Pearl. So here I've got my flower, and my flower is right here. Here's the silhouette die, and here is the top piece. Oops. There's the top piece. So both of them come together, sold together. I'm gonna lift this off to expose my sticky. I've already die cut it, and it's already backed onto a piece of cardstock. Let's just get a little bit of perfect pearl here. I'm going to put a little bit of green down on my stem. Somebody keeps calling through. It's too early. We're not open yet. We're on Pacific Standard Time. We don't open till 10. So if you're East Coast, it's noon right now. But it's not noon here. I hear the phone ringing. I'm going to take a little bit of my red, and I just wiped my brush because it's powder, so it comes right off. Put a little bit of red in here. A little bit of red. Grab a little bit of orange, maybe. And then I'm just going to take my finger. No expensive tools needed. Kind of run it around. Get it all over. Oh, see how much is there? See, I definitely wouldn't waste that. I would go get another flower. Give it a beautiful metallic look. I'm just blending that in. And that's where I'm at right now. It looks okay. Yeah, it looks like a flower. But then when you take and you put the overlay on top, that's just when it absolutely comes to life. And again, I'm not the best at doing these, getting them all lined up. But now it looks fabulous. See that metallic to it? Isn't that wonderful? And so easy. And you've got the variations of color in there, the orange and the reds. And it was just as simple as adding a little bit of powder, smushing it around, and you're done. And again, the top overlay was done, I'm really not good at that. The top overlay was done with the Elizabeth Crafts velvet sheets. Maybe I do need glasses. Maybe that doctor was wrong. Maybe for my age. Oh, there we go. Maybe for my age, my eyes aren't as great as I thought they were. There, much better. So simple. Okay, that's using Perfect Pearl. That's using Perfect Pearl. We love Perfect Pearl. It's one of the products that's probably underutilized. And like I said, you can get it wet, you can put some water down, you can make it into a paste, you can put it on your stamps and stamp with it. It's just a wonderful product, and it goes forever. You can use it and use it and use it. If you have double stick stickers from Elizabeth Crafts, you can use it on that. If you've got DIY stickers, you can stamp with it. You can stamp your stamp with Versamark, and then take your Perfect Pearl and wipe it all over the Versamark to get the image done in a metallic effect. It's softer than glitter. It gives a beautiful metallic look without having the glitter on it. So a little bit softer, a little bit more matte. Absolutely gorgeous. That's using Perfect Pearl. Now we're going to move on, and I'm going to move into the Gilded Glitz. And this is a product by US Art Quest. Now when people think of gold leafing, sometimes they think of those very plain sheets of gold or silver that are very flat, and you take it and you use a little bit of liquid and you Mod Podge it on almost. This is a completely different product. This is pillowy. It's loose and it's pillowy. And again, this goes forever. You will want to put it in a Tupperware when you get it. Trust me, go get some Gladware. The throwaway stuff, so it's not expensive. You're going to want to keep it in a Tupperware because you use this just like the glitter again and again and again. And what comes off, you put back in so that you can use it again. I actually like it when it's almost down to like little itty bits and pieces. That's my favorite time to use it because it's not so pillowy and so light looking, or light and it kind of almost wants to fly away. But this stuff is magnificent. It comes in, I think, 6 or 7 colors. I've got gold, silver, and copper here, and that's what we're gonna play with today. To do this, you will need a stencil brush. This one's by Sukaniko, and it's a stiff bristle. It's not like a spouncer. This is a stiff bristle brush. So any of us who were back in the 80s who stenciled our walls, because I stenciled like all my walls in the 80s. If you still have these, get them out. And if not, we'll have them online for you. They're relatively inexpensive. I want to say they're about $2.25. And really, one is all you need because it doesn't get wet. It doesn't absorb the color. You're going to use it again and again and again. So this time, I'm going to use the kimono die from Elle's. Kimono, absolutely gorgeous. And here's the silhouette, and here's the top piece. I have already die cut them out for you, but remember, it's gonna be done the same way we did the flower, or not the flower, the koi fish. You're gonna use the same sandwich. So multi-purpose platform completely closed, clear do not cut plate, die with the ridge side up, adhesive sheet face down against the die, your second clear plate, and then roll it through your Big Shot machine. Okay, so we've already done that. We've got the die right here. It's all cut out. I'm going to take off my top piece of sticky. Oh, there we go. Top piece of sticky. Exposing the sticky. Can you see it? It's sticky right now. So I need to do something with it. I'm going to grab some of the gold. And for me, the easiest way, because this is still really big and pillowy, is I'm just going to grab a sheet of this and I'm just going to put it on. See, it's stuck to it. I'm going to take my stencil brush, and again, this is a stiff bristle. It's important it be a stiff bristle brush. And I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to put this down. And where it's falling off goes back into the bowl. Where I'm brushing it off goes back into the bowl because you use this again and again. All those little pieces that are coming off, back into the bowl. It's dry, it's mess-free. Now obviously I don't have it everywhere, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit more and put it on there until my whole piece is covered. And it just sticks right to that sticky. So when I'm doing it, I've stuck it on, and that's kind of what it looks like when you stick it on. Now because I'm using that stiff bristle brush, it'll brush it right off. And it'll kind of dull down the gold a little bit. So it has a beautiful all over effect. Get it all. See, it's all went right back into the bowl. There is no waste. And I have now gold leafed my kimono, the back of my kimono. Again, this is the silhouette. It's not done. We have die cut out the overlay for the silhouette out of the black velvet sheets. Now you could use black paper, you could use red paper, you could use the red velvet sheet. It's whatever you want to make that kimono look like. You can use any kind of cardstock. You could use patterned cardstock. And we are gonna lay this on. And there you go. What a difference it makes. So we've got the background, because we love glitter, we do love glitter, but we don't want everything to be glittered. And look at how elegant this is. Isn't that just gorgeous? It's so pretty, and because the gold is not a shiny gold or a bright gold or a glittery gold, it's so elegant. Oh my gosh. So there one is in gold. I'm gonna do another one really quick. And I'm going to do it multicolored. So I've cut out the base of my kimono. I've cut out the silhouette part. I've peeled off my sticky sheet. This time I'm going to take just a little bit of the gold and just kind of randomly put it in a couple different places. Now when you do this, it's kind of like using multicolors of glitter. You know that you're not necessarily going to be able to put it back into the same place. I'm going to kind of give this a little bit of a brush. That way I can put as much back into my pot as possible. If I put all my colors on and then decided to do my brushing, I wouldn't be able to put some of it back. So I put some of my gold back. I'm going to grab some of my silver. And this is where you don't want to mix it back in. So I'm going to put a little bit of silver down. And I'm going to give that a brush. And then I'm going to come in with my copper. And I'm going to give my copper. So I've now done, oops, see, I don't want to put it all back in the copper because it's all going to mix in there. I've now got a multicolored kimono dress. And I know it's the background, so it kind of looks a little weird. See, I'm still brushing it. See, that's what it looks like. But when I brush it out and get all that excess off, see, look at the difference. That's unbrushed up here, and this is brushed. See how fine it is? So I'm just going to get all of that excess off. Okay, so there is my multicolored kimono dress, done with the most gorgeous gold leafing, silver leafing, and copper leafing, and so simple. I mean, kids can do this, anybody can do this. Then again, take your kimono, your top overlay, line it up, and lay it down. And now look at her dress, with all those beautiful colors coming through. Is that gorgeous? Because I know when you look at it from this standpoint where, let's see if I can peel this off. It's like, yeah, okay, but that doesn't look so pretty to me. That looks a little yuck. But yuck turns into gorgeous once you lay that top overlay. It changes everything. It makes that kimono dress just beautiful, and that's by using the multicolors. Now, I would definitely do something with this. This is too much to leave behind, way too much to leave behind. You know, I'm gonna grab just another, I have another koi fish. I'm gonna grab the koi fish one more time, and I'm just gonna pick this up, because this is too much to not use. So I'll brush it off. And just keep picking it up, because the sticker will pick it all up. There. And now give it a brush. Because I hate not to use it all. All right. Great, isn't it? No waste. So I've got my koi fish, and then I could take and put the body over the top of him, and he'd be done too, and I didn't waste anything. Almost all of it got used, because I don't like to waste it. Beautiful though, isn't it? The colors are just gorgeous. And remember, you do need to use a stiff brush, a stencil brush, and it comes all billowy, but the more you use it, the better it gets, because it gets down to tiny little bits and pieces. And even though bits and pieces are good, you don't ever want to throw any of this away. But it has just a lovely, lovely effect. And again, we love the glitter, but sometimes we need something a little bit more subtle. And this just looks fabulous. Now you can do something to this. I have one that I've started. Well, I have one that I've done over here. I've got samples. So I've done my gold leafing here, and now she's ready to color. Color? What do you mean color? Oh my gosh, yes! I don't want to leave her all gold. Maybe I don't want her all gold. I want to color in the flowers. This is where your Copic markers come into play. Copic, because we're working with a leafing, it's not necessarily porous. So you need a permanent marker. You really want to do this with a permanent marker. You can try some of your other markers, but a Bic, a Sharpie, or a Copic is really what you're going to want to go for. I'm going to grab my Copic, and right over the top of the gold leafing, I'm going to color. So now I'm changing the leafing into a red. Right over the top with my Copic. And you can let it dry and then go back over it again for a deeper color. Now, if you'll notice, I'm not coloring. I'm dabbing. Okay, I'm not coloring, I'm dabbing. I don't want to pick any of that leafing up on my nib, so I'm dabbing my color in there. And I'm doing the flowers on her dress. Nobody says you have to leave it gold or silver or copper. You can absolutely take your Sharpie or your Bic marker, or if you have your Copics. Now remember, we sell Copics for $5.25 every day, but if that is out of your range right now, we get it. Go buy yourself some Bic markers at Staples or at Sam's Club or at Costco. Go buy yourself some Sharpie markers. You can do the exact same thing. And you just go in there and start to color. And I'm dabbing my color. Nobody says it has to stay all gold. You could make this kimono any color you wanted, as long as you're using your permanent markers. Okay, look at how beautiful. Oh my gosh. You just go in there and start to color. And you're creating. This is artistry at this point. This isn't just crafting. This is being an artist. And it's gorgeous. Put that on a card. Oh my gosh. So I have got some samples. I did the ginger jar with silver leafing, and then I colored it in with blues and purples. And here's a ginger jar with, I think this is a ginger jar, with the multi-color of the leafing. Gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, here is a ginger jar on black, and this time we leafed the negative. We cut out the top part. The overlay is what we cut out of the adhesive sheet, and we leafed that and put it on a black base. And the ginger jar has a little lid, so you can use it with or without the lid. Is that cute? Huh, darling. And then, of course, remember, your silhouette dies or your shadow dies can all be cut with shimmer sheet. So here we've got it where we've done the leafing and shimmer sheet, red shimmer sheet. Cute, huh? Look at, isn't that beautiful? So remember, when you're using Elizabeth Craft dies, the overlays, the detailed piece will not cut with shimmer sheet. Can't do it. But the base dies, absolutely can cut with the shimmer sheet. Okay, I have got oodles and oodles and oodles of samples to show you. But what did we learn today? We learned that you can take your Perfect Pearl and your Elizabeth Craft dies, cut the base piece out, cut your silhouette piece out of the double stick adhesive that they sell or your Sukwank tape, pull it back and just brush on your Perfect Pearls to give you a gorgeous, gorgeous look without it being glittered, a metallic look without it being glittered. And without using water. It's not painted on. You just brushed it on, took your fingers, smushed it around, and got an amazing look. We learned that you can take the same background piece, peel off the sticky, and use the US Art Quest leafing. And I'm telling you, this is so user-friendly. Both of these products are really user-friendly, so seniors can do it. There's no painting involved, there's no water involved, so it's great for kids because it doesn't make a mess. You're gonna go ahead and you're gonna put all that on here, and then you're gonna cut your overlay out, and you're going to make a beautiful finished product. But wait, remember, we're not done yet, because if you don't wanna leave it gold or you don't wanna leave it silver, take your permanent markers and start to color. Easy, Bic, Sharp, or a Sharpie or a Copic. Just go in there and color however you want it. And I love the beauty of the gold and the silver and the copper, because it's really just soft. It's not a bright gold. It's not in your face. It's not a bright silver, because the stenciling brush really kind of, it puts it down and it dulls it out and it makes it absolutely gorgeous. So I have samples to show you. I don't even know where to start with my samples. I have so many samples to show you. Okay, you know what? I think the first thing I'm gonna do is show off some of the actual, the packaging for the dies. So here's the kimono, and you see it comes with the silhouette and the top. Here is the lotus flower, silhouette and the overlay. The koi, silhouette and overlay. The Asian vase, silhouette and overlay. The ginger jar, I was right, it's a ginger jar. See, and it comes with the lid. All the pieces come in. We have got presents. So you do the one back present, and then you have all of these overlays to make your own presents out of it. I've got samples to show you. We've got a new large happy birthday word, larger than her previous one. We have with sympathy. This is like a must-have. Everybody needs to have that die, because they're hard to come by, they're hard to find, and unfortunately we all need it one time or another. We have cheers. We have create. Thanks. Dream. We have the candles. Again, one base die and then 4 overlays, and I've got samples to show you. We have the wreath and the bow, curvy leaves. Wait till you see this on one of the cards we have. We have bunch of flowers number 2 and bunch of flowers number 1. And yes, you're going to want them both. We have the bamboo trellis. Oh my gosh, the cards that are made with this are gorgeous. Balloons and flower set number 3. So those are the new dies. Let's look at some samples. I said we had the candles, and we do. So there's one of the candles. And here's a candle, here's the plain candle, and it's glittered. Then you take your overlay and make your candle whatever it is you want it to be. You just take one of those overlays and pop it right on the top of the candle and make it whatever it is you want to be. Now I would pop this little piece off so that my wick is still, or my flame is still orange, but they just fit right over the top of the base. And you could gold leaf this or silver leaf this or perfect pearl this or glitter this, and then just with basic cardstock go right over the top. It's that simple. So those are the candles. I have got the presents. Again, there's a base for your present here, and then you've got 3 different overlays and a little bow. Very cute. Make the presents whatever color combinations you like. Okay, I have got some of the ginger jars. Or this is the Asian vase. Now this Asian vase has been cut out of shimmer sheet, and we took StazOn ink and rubbed right over the top of it. So it's been embossed, cut out of shimmer sheet, embossed, and that looks like a Tim Holtz embossing folder, could be wrong, and then StazOn ink rubbed right over the top of it. Beautiful, isn't it? So this was just using the base and an embossing folder, but here it is using cardstock. And this is the 100-pound cardstock, the Card Shop by Basil that we carry, and Els loves it too. This is all done with the heavy, heavy Basil 100-pound cardstock, and that's what I would recommend because it's just gorgeous. Okay, let's see. I have got a couple of the fish, the koi fish. Again, The base of the koi fish was cut out of shimmer sheet, and the top was done with the velvet. A couple different koi fish. And the middle one, of course, is the one that's done with the perfect pearl. And you can see the difference. It doesn't have the metallic mirror image. This one's more muted, more sedated. Really nice for guy cards too. Really, really good. Okay, and then let's move on to some of the card samples that we have. Let me pull those up. Move those that way. So here's a cute little flip it card with the candles. Shimmer sheets that have been embossed and sanded. Some glitter lines, some dot lines. Here is one of the cards done with the kimono. Again, this is a shimmer sheet that's been embossed and gone over with StazOn. And then the kimono has been inlaid. So she cut, this one Els did, she cut the background out of a shimmer sheet. She cut the top piece out of a velvet sheet twice. She did it out of the black, and then she cut it also out of the yellow velvet sheet, and she took those little pieces and she inlaid them. Bless her pea-picking heart. Oh, some people enjoy getting in there and doing that inlay. Oh my. But it's a stunning card. Here is the trellis card with some of the flowers and the curvy leaves, and this is done on acetate. So that's done on acetate. Look at the flowers. They're beautiful, aren't they? And just little pearls on the inside. Let's bring up some more. Here are some presents done with glitter and some of the flowers and the bows. Really cute, and backed on shimmer sheet that's been embossed and sanded. And here we have the dream card, all done with the lotus flower. And the wreath. And again, the centerpiece is acetate. So she put it onto acetate and sandwiched that acetate in between two pieces of cardstock. And she's got in the center new product for us. These little tiny glitter flowers. They're like the glitter dots, only they're flowers. And yes, we'll have those in stock, and she's got the word thanks there that she's die cut out for you. Beautiful. Happy birthday. There's the new large happy birthday. Happy birthday with the balloons. Some of the flower set number 3s. Can you imagine these all done with the leafing, the flowers, and colored? Oh my gosh, it would be gorgeous. Fabulous. And the words. Let me get the words for you. So we have dream, we have cheers, with sympathy, happy birthday, create, and thanks. Her new words. Oh my gosh, that was so much to show you. So, velvet sheets she sells that we've been using today. All the velvet sheets. The Gildan Glitz we have in 6 colors. We've got all the dyes. We have got shimmer sheets. So those were the velvet sheets. Shimmer sheets now come in, gosh, I'm looking over at the wall. I want to say close to 20 colors of shimmer sheets. Her adhesive sheets. So if you're not sure about this and you want to try, absolutely get into the adhesive sheets, but eventually you might want to find yourself into a full roll of Sukwang tape. Okay? So much that we showed you today. I think, one last kimono, just because it's stunning. She cut the kimono out of patterned paper, and then put the silhouette is out of patterned paper, and then put the top piece, the outline, out of the black velvet, and then again she cut it twice, and she inlaid with the blue velvet. Is that absolutely gorgeous? We love Els. It's so nice having her as a good friend. Beautiful though, these pieces are just beautiful. I hope that you learned a lot today. I hope you learned a little bit more about Perfect Pearl and that and how easy it can be when using a double-sided sticker. And I hope that you learned a little bit about the Gild and Glitz from US Art Quest and how mess-free it is and how beautiful it can be. All right, I'm gonna tilt on up. And I'm gonna say, hey, it's Stacy at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and where are you gonna get all of these things on sale? But only May 4th and May 5th for you online shoppers, May 4th only for those who are coming in the store because we're closed on Sunday. The store's closed on Sunday. You're gonna shop at www.scrapbooking-made-simple.com, scrapbooking-made-simple.com, or www.shop@sms.com. They'll get you to the same place so you can start shopping away. Yes, we will have it all on sale because the entire store will be on sale. And of course, if you do it, I want it all for Elza's Dies. That'll even be at a better discount. And May 4th and May 5th, online shoppers, any order you placed, you are of course going to get our free gift for National Scrapbook Day. And it's our way of saying thank you to all of you out there for supporting us and being there for us and sending us your wonderful emails and your orders. Thank you so much. For you local peeps, we're gonna see you Saturday, May 4th. That's tomorrow for the store sale. And thanks everybody. Have a great weekend and take care. Bye. Oh, shop at sms.com. Bye.